Go grab missile.
Oh my, it is ridiculous over here. And I just gotta beat. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? FPS Mayo, how the frick you doing? You may know with Season 4 we got two new DLC weapons, the Fennec and the CR-56 Amax, and I've already done a best class setup for Warzone with the Fennec, so if you want to see that, check it out on the channel. But this video is going to be best Warzone, best multiplayer, and the easiest way to get camo challenges done, and the fastest way to get gold on this gun that I'm going to say a lot of people don't know about. So if you're interested in all that stuff, stay tuned for the video. If you like the video at any point, let me know by smacking that like button and subscribe, because we are on the road to 10k subs. You guys have been doing awesome in the sub department. So without further ado, let's get the frick into it. So first off, if you're trying to get the CR56 Amax gold and you're disappointed that we don't have shoot house shipment to get all those easy challenges done, well, this weekend, and I think this weekend only will be, maybe there's two this season, I'm not entirely sure, but this weekend we have in Warzone, there's free-to-play multiplayer, and in that free-to-play playlist, there is in fact shoot house, and one of the hardest things to do with assault rifles is get long shots and mounted, and they're just a little tedious, and also, you can get headshots by doing that one simple trick. So you go into Warzone and you select that free-to-play playlist, and you're going to play with all these people who are pretty bot because they've never played multiplayer before, and you have access to shoot house. So go into Warzone, select that free-to-play multiplayer, and just keep cycling until you find shoot house. And it may take a little while. Sometimes it takes about 4 tries of backing out, restarting, etc. But that is the easiest way and the quickest way. I got this gun gold in about 2 hours of gameplay, and it is such a breeze on shoot house because it's close quarters. You got that long distance head glitch so you can mount up, and I'm going to show you the best class setup that I used to get this gun gold, because some of the setups are a little bit different for what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to get hip fires, you want to throw a laser on it. If you're going for long shots, you want it to be stable and really accurate, so you might throw a scope on it. I did. So let's get into different class setups. So we're going to be starting with multiplayer class setup. So first up, on the muzzle, we're going to put the monolithic suppressor on, and this is kind of a trend with most assault rifles in this game. You're going to throw the monolithic suppressor on almost every gun that you come across. So for the muzzle, we got the monolithic, and then for the barrel, we're going to have the ZRX Zodiac. I can't even see it from here. 54-40. Anyways, it's the longest barrel that you're going to throw on there. We're going to have no laser, we're going to have no optic, because the iron sights are actually really clean on this gun. And then we're also going to put the 45 round mag on this gun, and the fire rate isn't nearly as high as some of the assault rifles. It's more comparable to the AK or the SCAR or guns in that kind of class. So 45 round mag is going to be perfect. Doesn't run out of ammo too quick. You can get about 4 to 6 kills with one mag if you're pretty accurate. And then we're going to throw the commando foregrip on this, and this doesn't affect your ADS speed like the Merc foregrip would, so that's why I choose to put it on there. And I think it's just the best overall multiplayer class. It's pretty light, so you can rush around the map with this thing. And like I said, there's different attachments for different things that you're trying to do in game, but if you're just going to have fun and you've unlocked all the attachments, this is by far the best class setup that you can use in multiplayer. And it actually doesn't differ too much from the one that I use in Warzone. So just checking out some clips here. I don't actually have the monolithic suppressor on here, but I want to talk about why I choose to use that. This gun already has really good range, and it's such a blast to use. I actually think it's one of my favorite guns in the game. Like, I actually think it's better than the M4, better than the Grau. Maybe not in Warzone, we'll get to that later, but I use the monolithic suppressor because it keeps you off the minimap, keeps you suppressed, and it increases that damage range. And the reason I use the longest barrel on this gun is because it's not that stable, but it's also not that bouncy, so I like to keep it a little bit lower on the recoil department so that I have a little bit more control. And then no optic because the iron sights are just amazing on this thing. No stock, increases your movement speed, increases your ADS speed, all that jazz, and increases or decreases your sprint to fire speed, which is absolutely awesome. And then 45 round mag, we already talked about that, and the commando foregrip, we talked about that as well. So if you used my tip and you went into the free-to-play weekend in Warzone and you got on Shoot House because you're trying to get those long shot mounted headshot kills, well, this class setup doesn't vary too much. All you're going to do is throw a compensator on the end of this thing to help it keep it a little bit more stable, same barrel, and then you're going to throw an optic on it. And I like the VLK Rogue optic because it has a nice little red dot in the middle, but it also gives you that 3 times magnification. So I'm going to leave the stock where it is. I'm also going to put the 45 round mag on it, and then I'm also going to put the commando foregrip on it again. So the only things I'm really changing out here is the stock, the sight, and the compensator. And you can see from the gameplay here, I literally got a VTOL in about, I want to say 45 seconds, because this gun has so much range, so much damage at range, and it's so stable. The gun is crazy. Like, I don't even believe, like, they're probably going to nerf it. I don't really know. Anyways, this gun in mounted kills, super stable, really easy to control. It's almost like an automatic marksman rifle. It uses the same caliber as the SKS, so I would compare it to an auto SKS, similar to the AK-47. Now, you can see why I chose to use the VLK Rogue sight on this as well. It's got that nice little red dot in the middle, good magnification, and if you're posting yourself up on this head glitch here, people are going to keep coming up. They're getting mad at you from sniping their heads. They're going to keep posting up there, and it's so stable, such good damage. Like, look, I just got a support helo in about 45 seconds. Now, the Warzone class setup is where it gets a little bit weird because I tried a lot of different things on this gun, and I'm going to be honest, because of how good it is in multiplayer, how OP it currently is, I thought it would be a lot better in Warzone, and you'll see from the Warzone footage, I played a couple games with it, tried some solos, tried some duos, and I really don't think it's that good. I think the fire rate is a little bit too slow, and the damage just doesn't quite cut through those armor plates, so the class setup that I use is the same as multiplayer, but the only thing that I've actually changed is the stock, and I choose the stock, the FSS close quarters stock. Now you see what I mean here. I come up beside the sniper, he's not even shooting at me, and it takes a substantial amount of time. The time to kill on this gun is really pretty high, and this is with the class we just discussed. Suppressor, the monolithic suppressor, the longest barrel possible, the FSS close quarters stock, 45 round mag, and the commando foregrip. Now, I'm getting pretty close to the end here. There's about 7 people left, so I'm kind of camping a little bit, as I'm sure most people do in Warzone when it gets to this point in solos. And you'll see, if that was a different gun there, I think that I should have downed that guy, but I think the fire rate's a little bit too slow, so those missed shots are a little bit less forgiving. So if you're going to be using this gun, you really want to try and land your shots. Now, I ended up getting lucky and hitting a good flank here, but even with the plates that he doesn't have on, it still takes a substantial amount of time to kill him there. And I just didn't really favor this gun, or didn't really fancy this gun in Warzone as much as I did in multiplayer. So it's fun to use in Warzone, don't get me wrong, but I would say that this is more of a strictly multiplayer weapon. And the reason for that is the time to kill in multiplayer is so fast. And you'll see I just got melted by the Fennec there way faster than I could ever kill someone with the CR-56 Amax. So in Warzone, since the update, I predominantly run the Fennec and the Amax in Warzone because they're really fun guns to use. But you'll notice on screen here that I mostly use the Fennec because I'm way more confident that I can eliminate a target the quickest with the least amount of damage being recoiled onto myself. Now, that is because the CR-56 is not that great in Warzone. It's still a viable choice, but there are better weapons. Now you'll see I'm about to take on 2 guys here, and I don't go running out there with the CR-56 Amax. I go running out there with the new Vector because it absolutely deletes people. Now, sorry that the gameplay skips a little bit here. The second kill I did end up getting with the Fennec. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, let me know by smacking that like button on it, and please hit that subscribe button because we are on the road to 10K. You guys are doing phenomenal. This channel is growing like crazy. I love you guys so much. This is another one by yours truly, FPS Mayo. Thanks again, and peace. He's dead.
How did he not die with this?
Alright, cool.